Hey friends, welcome to the next Kick-Ass Friday workout, which is, as always, a great endurance training session focused on, this time the focus is on explosive punching power, hip power, and basically how this all translates into your everyday lives, because, well, clearly this training has been heavily influenced by the proper MMA training workouts with kettlebells, but then in everyday life we pretty much do the same patterns, and everyone who neglects their posterior chain should probably stop doing that, because we are not getting younger, and powerful hips, as I will show you today, are very beneficial and very much connected with the longevity. And so is the grip, by the way. Grip, if you know, is one of the biggest predictors of mortality. And before we jump into the exercises and everything else, let me just, because today, again, we're doing it a bit. I'm pretty new to this streaming, as you know, so I will continue to have a look at my laptop from time to time and make sure we are good. Yeah, so we are apparently. And if you are ready and pumped up, give me a fire emoji in the chat. So yeah, today is this workout has been built by fighters and for fighters, but then how to actually translate all this, how does it like really fit into the normal person's life, like yourself and myself too. So let me start showing the proper form for those chosen exercises, and you will see it for yourself. So first we have, except for, of course, the jump rope, and the benefits of jump rope are very much like you already know them if you are not new to this channel. So jump rope is a terrific calorie killer and endurance tool, and this entire workout is tied together by jump rope intervals, which will keep your heart rate extremely high. So consider having a bit of a lighter weight on your bell, or maybe even go with a very light weight. I will show you, by the way, you don't necessarily need a kettlebell for this. I will show you how to do it with dumbbell. The only thing is that I have this small one laying around, but nonetheless I will demonstrate with this kind of implement as well. So first of all, we have a two-handed swing, and let me show it to you sideways. So what you do is you step away from your bell like 12 to 18 inches, and then you hip hinge back. So it's not squat, so you are not squatting down, but you're hinging your hips back. Let me adjust something here again. Sorry for that. Yeah, very good. So hip hinge, yeah, this type of distance, hip hinge, grab your bell, and then you hike the weight back in between your feet, and then use a hip thrust, the power of your hips, to send the bell up into the air. And of course the bell is attached to your hand, but think about the hand as a string. So you're trying to minimize the use of your arms here. So arm is purely a lever which you use to attach yourself to the bell. All the power has to come from your thighs or from your legs. And this is the fact in combat sports. So all the power from in the clinching or when throwing a punch, the power comes from your legs. And this exercise of learning how to transfer the power of your legs into a punch or into some wrestling clinch. It's crucial for martial arts, but then also think picking groceries from the ground. If you are a regular human being, like a normal person like myself, if you are picking things, groceries from the ground, this is a deadlift, okay, or a swing. So this type of pattern is this is called functional strength. Those skills are very transferable to any other type of sports or even non-sports like regular everyday activities. So the swing, your swing will look like this. So you step one step away from your bell, you hike the weight in between your legs and then hip thrust, hip snap it up. And we will do single hand swings and we will do normal two-hand swings. So your hands, like I said, is just make sure those are as straight as you can get them and you are only using them to attach yourself to the bell. And you start the hip thrust whenever the forearms touch your thighs. Then you hip thrust and in the top position the knees should be fully locked and your butt should be as tight as you can get it. This is your two-arm swing, and with the single arm swing the difference is that one of your legs is working harder over time, much harder than the other. And this is basically the single arm swing is closest to throwing a real punch without throwing a punch. Okay, so it directly represents the transfer of force from one of your legs into a punch. And then, since we're alternating, so those are firing one by one and one is doing significantly more work than the other. So yeah, this is very important for combat sports. And again, same stuff in real life. We're not symmetrical. We're not doing things like in sagittal plane only. We're doing things like grabbing it this way, like grabbing something from the floor this way. And this is, again, you're loading one of your legs more, and then your core on the other side is also working overtime to support this move. So this is core work in conjunction with the leg work, and basically all the posterior chain is firing like crazy. In addition, your core is firing like crazy and your heart rate is up really quickly and really high, and you will really feel the jump rope as an excuse, as a relief, you know. So this is just, take my word for it. Let me just start. And then the third exercise that we will have is called Rotational Clean, which is a very technical one. And it's, again, when we train, in order to make a balanced training program, you should consider training in all planes of movement. And let me remind you that we will have this sagittal plane, front to back. Then we have this front plane, side by side, like jumping jacks or something. Front is like your jump rope, is sagittal plane work. Side to side is jumping jacks, and then we also have rotational plane. And rotational plane is always overlooked. And in this workout, we're using those rotational cleans to address this thing And again, rotational clean, as you will see, it simulates throwing a punch and throwing jab and then also throwing cross. And then this exactly again translates into all sports, like think throwing balls, think hitting with your racket in tennis, think throwing punches, throwing kicks, think wrestling, think like playing with your kids. All this stuff, it's crucial to make sure that your ligaments and your joints are very comfortable with working in those, edgy situations, and they like rotation and adapted to this type of work. So this is called rotational strength, and this is what we're gonna train today as well. So rotational clean. Again, same stuff. The bell is in front of you. You step one step away from the bell, and in this case, let me show you, your legs are fully parallel. So the toes are pointing forward, and this is crucial because during the movement we will rotate to one side and to the other, and if your feet will point like out, then during rotation, as you can see, you will collapse your ankle and get into this tricky, painful situations, and on top of everything, your ligaments and your knee joints are not gonna be, they will escape part of their rotational kind of range. So you are actually making things worse by pointing feet to some other direction. So feet are parallel and planted into the ground. Now you do your regular clean, and clean again is crucial for all the sports and all the life, because you can see in every sport some type of cleaning weight to your shoulder height. There is something like power clean, barbell cleans, like Olympic lifts. Everything includes this type of, so this is a very athletic movement to start with. And then the rotational component. We have two types of rotational clean. This is outside clean and inside clean. Today we are doing both for symmetry. And we will go one set, we will go with right hand, and the other set we will go with left hand. But for each hand we're gonna have both outside clean. Outside is when you are throwing the weight away from your center line, away, so this is external or outwards clean. And then inside clean is when you are throwing the weight like towards your center line. So if this is my right hand, then throwing to the right, kind of outside to the side, will be my outside clean, and by turning to the left and throwing to the left with the right hand is gonna be my inside clean. And I will show the movement in a minute. But before I do that, please be mindful that you can actually ask questions in the chat, and I will make sure to answer them after the workout. It's not very convenient for me to look it up right now, but I will make sure if you have some constructive questions related to the matters in this workout, go ahead and ask. I will answer them after the workout ends. Yeah, so now clean. First you clean the weight to your shoulder height, rack position. Your kettlebell handle is like 45-degree angle to the downwards, or close to 45, and your pinky and your elbow form the straight line, and your elbow is resting on your hip. So this is the perfect kind of clean rack position. And then we start like for the outside clean. I will turn right without actually moving my feet, as you can see. I will turn right and then turn my spine even more, so my body is 90 degrees to the right. And then I will start by engaging my legs to throw the weight forward, then let it swing in front of me, and then I will catch it back in the same 90-degree position, and then I will turn to face you again. This is the outside clean. So again, I will turn right, load this left leg, throw the weight, let it swing, and then catch it back. So this is literally throwing a jab in martial arts. And by not moving our feet, we allow our ankle joints and knee joints and hips to kind of experience the full range of motion. Now, inside clean, I will alternate between those with a single arm first. So inside clean, you are moving to the opposite. So I will turn left 90 degrees, load my right foot now, and throw the weight, let it swing, and catch it back. So it's like throw, swing, catch, turn. Throw, swing, catch, turn. This is your inside clean. And again, for this, if you have a lighter weight, use it for this clean. Use something lighter, because you can handle much heavier weight for your swings than for this one. This one should remain relatively light, so to say. So I'm using this 16 kg bell for this entire workout, just for simplicity's sake. And normally I would do something heavier for my swings, but for the purpose of clean demonstration, I will use 16 kg for everything. And now, how do you do it with the dumbbell? So whatever, if you have an adjustable dumbbell, make sure it's fully attached and will not disassemble in the process. Yeah, let me move it to the side. So how do you do this? For swings, you will do the same. You will grab one end of your dumbbell and go for the same hip hinge movement. It looks a bit off because the weight is very light, and I can't actually replicate the exact dynamics of this move. So it should be something like at least 10 kg or 8 kg or something. Then for a single arm swing, the same. So you just switch hands in the top position, and in the top position your legs are locked and your butt is tight. So yeah, and focus on not squatting, but hinging back. And cleans, same thing. So first of all, you clean it to the shoulder, then you turn, jab, swing, catch, turn, jab, swing, catch, turn, and then cross. The inside clean is a cross. Cross, swing, catch, turn. So this is how you do it with the dumbbell. Perfectly doable. Just find the proper weight, and for those rotational cleans, grab something lighter. Okay, so this is it. We're ready to start, and as promised, I will get back to the questions after the workout. And for now, let's not spend any more time because it's gonna be tedious. You will really feel your muscles, and Your cardio engine is going to be working overtime throughout this entire session, and it will take us a little bit over 20 minutes to complete. We are going for 3 sets today. This is kind of replicates the actual kind of fighting kind of sparring session, where even during the rest you are forced to kind of still move around and you never stop actually. So you are doing something, you are alternating between the heavy work and then some lighter footwork. This is what's gonna be happening. So we are actually imitating this kind of a boxing kind of a sparring session very well. And if you don't have a jump rope, for those, when it says jump rope, we will have a voice cues. When it says jump rope, just do some shadow fight. Just move around, throw punches, throw kicks, just, you know, do some work. This is pretty much equivalent. If you don't stop, then this is equivalent to the jump rope. And during the rest periods, those are so short, only 15 seconds, barely enough to switch your implement. But if you're not switching, just again, don't stay still. It's not a real boxing match. You're not sitting in the corner. Just move around like a lion in the cage, you know. So it helps to keep your heart rate up. So let's do it. Let me see if we have sound the right way. No, we don't. I will switch it to something better so that we have proper sound, proper music and sound cues. Yeah. Yep.
Ready.
Get ready. Warm up your wrists. Forearms together. Warm up your wrists. We're gonna be working hard. Warm up your elbows. Warm up your shoulders. Grab your jump rope.
Jump rope.
Go light first. Let your engine heat up. If you are jumping for a while, challenge yourself to match the beat of the music. That's a very fun challenge.
Rest.
Doing good. Nicely warmed up. Now the first dumbbell or kettlebell exercise. Swing.
2 arm swings.
2 arm swing. And this is not high swing, so we only throw it up to the chest level or so, max. Then you can start with those, like, you know, low swings, and then build the momentum up to a higher swing. Lock your knees in the top position, squeeze your butt.
Rest.
This is how you return the weight so that you don't damage your lower back. Grab your rope again.
Jump rope.
boxing, you are not standing still in one place. You are moving around.
Rest.
Have your water ready.
Rotational cleans.
Rotational cleans. Clean. Outside, swing, catch. Inside, swing, catch. Outside, catch. Inside, catch. Make sure you are not moving your feet.
Rest.
This was my right hand. Next time I'm doing the left one.
Jump rope.
So the rest is barely enough to pick up my rope. This is the proper amount of rest. And we will have a bit of a longer rest in between sets, so you will be able to drink water and stuff. If you get tired, just go a bit slower, but don't give up. If you feel completely exhausted,
Rest.
stop for a while to catch your breath, but again, keep moving around. Don't literally stay still. One arm swings.
One arm swings.
Snap your hips in the top position. Lock your kneecaps. Squeeze your bum muscles to make the core do most of the work in the top.
Rest.
Doing good.
Jump rope.
One more jump rope interval, and we can have a bit of a longer rest. Sweating like crazy already. Follow the beat if you can. If not, it's not important. Just makes it more fun.
Rest.
Keep your water bottle close. Very important to stay hydrated. One set done, 2 to go. 8 seconds.
Jump rope.
Heel toe shuffle. Classic boxing drill, footwork drill. Tap your toe behind yourself and then heel tap in front.
Rest.
Swing.
Two arm swings.
Generate power with your hips. Don't pull with your hands. Thrust it up with your thighs and bum muscles.
Don't even try it. Try my own money, but let it get up on me. So I put it in the savings and I get the interest on it. If I want it, I can get it. You don't need a coast. I got 700 credit, independent, don't forget it.
Rest.
And don't hesitate to go a bit lighter with those belts for this type of workout.
Jump rope.
Because we are really going intense. And you should look at this as a endurance weightlifting. So we are not trying to exert our maximum like effort in terms of how much weight we can handle, but we are trying to produce as much power as we can under those unfortunate circumstances, let's say, of being required to move around all the time.
Rest.
It's like being chased by the opponent in the cage, for example. So he will not let you just stand or sit. You have to move around constantly.
Rotational cleans.
Lean. Left hand. Toes forward. Swing clean. Inside. Swing. Catch. Outside. Throw. Swing. Catch. Turn. Catch. Throw. Swing. Catch.
Rest.
Again, safely return. No jerking, no jared movement. Slow.
Jump rope.
Heel tap. Another classic boxing footwork drill. See how much you can do it in one leg. I have done it once for, for the sake of filming a short. It was something like 98. But you guys can easily beat me because I'm not, specifically training for that kind of endurance.
Rest.
But as a result, you get those legs that can fire anytime you need it. be it a fight, be it a game with your children, or some sport.
One arm swings.
One arm swings. One hint for those swings. If you find for this gentleman, audience,
Rest.
pretty much the same for ladies, but if you find that you're hitting your nuts with the bell, that means the bell is too light.
Jump rope.
So bring something heavier. For ladies that would be hitting their bottom with the swing, that's a clear indicator that the weight is too light. So it travels this extra distance and hits your glute muscles instead of like stopping before.
Rest.
If you are worried about symmetry, learn to jump backwards. That's an interesting brain challenge as well. Longer break. Drink water. Breathe it out. But don't stay still. Think of it as the lion in the cage. You don't see them like sitting on the butt too much. They either sleep or move around.
Jump rope.
If you mess it up, doesn't matter. Come back online. It doesn't tell anything about you at all. The only thing it tells me that you are learning. The only people who don't make any mistakes are those who don't do anything.
Rest. Two arm swings.
Two arm swings. I think there is some kind of mistake, but let's do it. Almost. I thought the intro somehow messed up. No, looks like they're not. For swings also, make sure your toes are pointing forward. It's crucially important to be able to exert power while your feet are pointing forward.
Rest.
Because this is how we walk, or this is how we should walk. Same as true for squats, for example.
Jump rope.
I see that insane number of messages in the chat. Like I said, we will get to them. Keep them coming.
Rest.
Great.
Rotational cleans.
Great. Throw, swing, catch, turn. Throw, swing, catch, turn.
Rest.
As you can see, I have done twice on my right hand and once on my left. That's kind of an imbalance, so I suggest you do
Jump rope.
even amount of work. Or if you have to choose to do more on your non-dominant hand. That's always a good idea. Because we are not balanced, we are not symmetrical. And this type of asymmetrical work actually makes sense.
Rest.
Whew. Sweating like crazy. One arm swings and then one more jump rope interval and we are done.
One arm swings. Rest.
Last interval, finish
Jump
strong.
rope.
Give it all you got. And if you feel exhausted, still make your best bet. Give it all you got anyway. Make it some kind of a finisher. Maximum effort.
Workout complete.
You did it, guys. We did it together. That was amazing. I'm drenched in sweat. As always. As you can see, these things work pretty well. So let me turn back the music and have a look at the chat messages. I will grab my laptop, bring it a bit closer. Yeah, so let's have a look. Yeah, so hello from India. Hello guys in India. Don't miss the next workout. Yeah, so mainly you are expressing enjoyment of this workout. Yeah, and Asiam says that he also does jump rope. That's also my friend. Jump rope has changed my life for the better, and I hope you are enjoying it as much as I do. So yeah, and thanks for all those hearts and likes you are sending my way. And yeah, it's, well, this time we have quite a few messages in the chat, and before we go any forward, so yeah, you are not actually guys asking any questions, meaning like questions. So nothing to answer today, but let's reward you guys, those who were commenting in the chat. I will make sure during the coming week we will raffle a branded jump rope for the in between those people who commented. And if you don't want the jump rope, just, well, I don't know, you just, well, don't show up and I will give it to the next person in the list. So yeah, let's do the raffle, and we do those from time to time. So consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you don't miss those events. And before we close this session, look at the mirror, look at yourself, and thank yourself for taking this next step towards your better self, for spending this like 40 minutes with me on this workout, working on your muscles, on your longevity, on your cognitive performance, on basically on you being a superhuman. And this superhuman will definitely surprise you tomorrow if you train them today. So just think about it as you think about investments. So money doesn't happen overnight, but if you invest today, you will get your benefits tomorrow. And same about planting the tree. The best time to plant the tree is 10 years ago. The second best time to plant the tree is today. So thank yourself for doing all this work today. And see you maybe on Monday. I haven't decided yet because those Monday workouts are not so popular. And if you know why, give me a hint. Looks like you guys just don't like to do any work on Monday, or there is plenty other work at your 9 to 5. And this is okay. This makes us human. So maybe if you prefer like Wednesday or Thursday, just let me know, or something in the weekend actually. Drop your suggestions in the comments. I'm answering all of those myself. And until next time, either Monday or Friday, hit the notifications so that you don't miss it. But Friday for sure. I'm here every Friday to yell at you and make you do the work. See you next Friday. Thanks.